Are you really living your life or just getting by? Take your time before you answer. There is a big difference between the two. In Japanese teachings, there is a picture of a monk walking with a bowl of water that is full to the top. He walks carefully and quietly without spilling a drop. Not because the path is easy to walk on, but because he is paying attention to every stride, every breath, and every instant his foot meets the earth. That bowl is your life. And right now, you need to ask yourself, how much have you already lost by going too fast? After living in the mountains for decades in isolation, a Japanese monk left behind 9 lessons. These courses are aimed to help you learn how to walk with purpose and establish your own speed. Lesson 1. The quieter you become, the more you hear what really matters. Strong people don't feel the need to show off. While others waste their energy trying to prove themselves, the quiet person watches, listens, and learns. When you know when to stay quiet, you are truly wise. This sense of being present gets you ready to act clearly. And this quiet time gets you ready for the following lesson. Lesson 2. Don't chase anything. What's meant for you moves toward the stillness. When you chase outcomes too hard, they usually run away from you. Your mind gets restless, and your behaviors become reactive when you are always chasing something. That anxiousness makes it hard for you to see the chances that are there in front of you. To be still means to do your work well and stay calm while the results come in. Efficiency comes from following your plan, not from rushing or forcing an outcome. When you focus on improving your skills every day, the results follow as a consequence of your work. Pay attention to what you can control: your character, your presence, and the quality of what you make. Forget about the rest, not because the rest doesn't matter, but because trying to control things you can't is a waste of time and energy. What is truly yours will show up at the right time. It finds the person who stays disciplined and stops acting out of desperation. You don't have to chase it. You have to become the person who is prepared to handle the results of your hard work. Lesson 3. You suffer because you argue with what is. When you try to fight reality, you suffer. We often squander energy complaining about things that have already happened or things that can't be altered right now. This resistance doesn't change the realities. It just makes you tired and angry. The event has already happened. The word had already been pronounced. The choice was made. The situation is what it is, and no amount of mental resistance will change it. Resistance accomplishes one thing very well. It makes the pain last much longer than it needs to. The condition remained for a day. You fought against it for weeks. Accepting what is real is a smart choice. It implies looking at what's going on without trying to hide the reality. Your mind becomes calm when you stop battling what is already true. That peace enables you to perceive possible answers and make smart choices. Lesson 4. A clear mind is stronger than a busy mind. A busy mind is not the same as a powerful mind. A mind that is strong is one that is controlled. It's not that you don't try hard enough that makes your week bad. It's that you don't know what to do. Being productive means not living from one emergency to the next. It's just being reactive when you have a lot to do. Nothing is controlled by a mind that reacts to everything. It becomes a hostage to the sounds from outside and the needs of other people. The more you let that noise in, the louder it gets. This is because noise doesn't have any limits. It only takes up as much room as you give it. Zen monks practiced clearing their minds, not to escape reality, but to improve their ability to see things clearly. You can use a knife with a lot of force, and it will still cut poorly if you never sharpen it. A sharp knife cuts cleanly and doesn't take much effort. The brain operates the same way. Cutting out the extra stuff helps you see things more clearly. It gets rid of the noise, the problems that aren't yours, and the responsibilities that aren't truly yours. What remains is a mind that sees things clearly, makes decisions with confidence, and acts with purpose. You'll need that kind of mentality for what's coming next, since the next lessons will push you to be your best. Lesson 5. Happiness is found in discipline, not desire. Most people mistake temporary pleasure for happiness. They spend their lives chasing immediate desires, but this creates a cycle that never ends. As soon as you get what you want, you start wanting something else. This constant chase only leads to exhaustion. Discipline is the tool that breaks this cycle. Instead of being a slave to your current urges, discipline allows you to act according to a plan. It is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. When you choose discipline, you are choosing to ignore distractions so you can focus on long-term results. Real happiness comes from making progress and being in charge of what you do. Discipline gets things done. A strong sense of purpose and good habits are the building blocks of lasting health. People with this kind of determination choose their own route and stick to it. Lesson 6. The less you own, the lighter your heart becomes. Keeping items and responsibilities on your mind all the time is a mental burden. Everything needs to be cared for, organized, or protected in some way. Too many things in your surroundings and on your agenda might drain the energy you need to do important things. Less is more efficient. Getting rid of things you don't need clears your mind and gets rid of distractions. When your sense of self and well-being don't depend on anything outside of you, you feel light. This lets you make judgments and actions more quickly, depending on what's really important. Being simple keeps you free. When you don't need as many things, it takes less time and money to keep up a certain way of living. The end result is a useful routine that focuses only on development and stability. You might be happy when you realize how useful it is to only carry what you need. Lesson 7. Anger is like hot coal. It burns only the hand that holds it. People typically think of anger as a strategy to protect themselves or get back at people who hurt them. In reality, it accomplishes the reverse. While you feed anger over something that happened, the damage is still happening, but inside of you. The person or thing that started the fight has usually moved on, but you are still stuck in the emotional drain. Being angry takes up mental energy that only damages you. It stresses you out physically and makes it harder to think clearly so you can make good decisions. Anger doesn't fix the problem. It merely makes it worse by burning the hand that holds it. Letting go of that coal isn't a favor to someone else. It's for your own safety. It's better to let go of a past fight. Holding a grudge is a waste of energy you could use for your goals. If you can control how you react, someone else's error won't cost you permanently. Lesson 8. True strength is being kind when it's hardest. Being rude is nearly usually an indication that you're losing control. This is what happens when someone lets the tension of the moment take over and can't control how they react. But being kind in bad times demonstrates that you can control yourself. It's the capacity to keep your feelings apart from how you treat others. Staying composed provides a practical advantage. Emotional instability clouds your judgment and hides potential solutions. Remaining respectful prevents small conflicts from turning into permanent damage. This approach protects your reputation and keeps your focus on the actual problem. Real strength is not letting other people's chaos dictate how you act. You don't react to the stress of the day. You follow your own standards. Real strength is not allowing the chaos outside to influence who you are. Lesson 9. Accept seasons of life. Every bloom must one day fall. One of the main reasons people get emotionally burned out is because they don't want to change. We are used to wanting to make the good times last as long as possible and stay away from the bad or slow times at all costs. But life doesn't go in a straight line. It goes in cycles. To accept the seasons, you need to know that each one has a duty to do. During planting season, the effort is rigorous, and you don't see results immediately. During harvest seasons, everything seems to work, and there are times when you lose things and pull back. It's a mistake to try to make a bloom happen all the time. If you don't recognize that a cycle has ended, you waste energy trying to keep something alive that no longer has roots. Being mature is knowing what season you're in right now and doing what it needs instead of fussing over things that can't be altered. These 9 lessons are not meant to change your life overnight. Real change rarely happens that way. Instead, think of them as small reminders, gentle shifts that over time can guide you toward a calmer and more intentional way of living. Take them one at a time and give yourself the space to grow into them with honesty and patience. Being aware of your surroundings is a way to be free. You may take back control of your days by letting go of the hustle and the extra. Keep your bowl full. Walk with a steady foot and let life show you what it has to offer. It's no longer enough to just manage. Now is the moment to really be a part of your present.